Going.
Oh man, it's just another day.
Yeah. Um, you know, since we spoke, what has been like Jesse Rodriguez, Bam Rodriguez against Sonny Edwards. Obviously, this heavyweight bout that just came by, right? Um, let's touch up on that, and then let's touch up on some of like your awards that you would give out for this year, as far as like fight of the year, fight of the year, comeback of the year, knockout of the year, and so forth. Uh, but
Okay.
let's get into the actual heavyweight bout itself in Saudi Arabia. Your thoughts on quote unquote upset against Deontay Wilder versus Joseph Parker? Your reaction?
Honestly, I just think Wilder lost a lot of hunger. That's how I sum it up. I think he lost a lot of hunger. Just to sum it all up, I just think his hunger, man. So sometimes when you get so much money, your lifestyle's peaceful. You might be doing better in life, but boxing is chaotic. So you got to still have that. You got to still have that a little bit of chaos in you. So it's kind of the opposite. Like, it's weird. A lot of people don't know being a fighter, you got to be damn near kind of bipolar a little bit. Like, not in the way of the real term, but one minute you cool, chilling. Then one minute you got somebody trying to kill you and you throwing, ducking punches and you, even though it's an art, but, it's violence and, you can get your life took in the ring. So it's almost like being a bipolar not really like a bipolar person, but it's kind of like flipping that switch on and off. And after a certain point, sometime it's hard to hit that switch on if you don't really have something to fight for. Like, everybody got a different goal. They got a different goal. But I think that maybe now, since he took that L and it was an unnecessary loss probably in his eyes, that might drive some hunger back. Like, damn, either I'm gonna do this for real or I ain't gonna do it at all. But yeah, to sum it up, I think he lost hunger. This game here, you can't lose hunger.
And with that being said, like when you lose hunger, you start changing trainers from Mark to, we got Malik Scott. We just interviewed Malik Scott a couple days ago. Um, Obviously, a guy that he knocked out himself. Um, you know, I asked Malik about being the yes man in that corner, and he believes he still hasn't shown results of that. When he showed people that not Joshua can knock Hellenius out with the back foot in the way he set it up with the right hand. He basically was projecting that, when you're training, you're doing good, but once you lose a big fight, they throw you under the bus. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
in your behalf, what you've seen from Wilder as far as not being able to pull the trigger and just moving laterally the way he was. Normally, he's the attack mode. He's the alpha in the
Yeah.
ring. What do you think upon that? I asked Malik why. Did you tell him to stop? He said, yeah, but he's gonna do what he want to do. What do you think?
I believe I put it on Wilder. I don't blame Malik. Of course, as a trainer, you're gonna get some backlash, but trainers get it too much, and sometimes fighters gotta use the trainer as a scapegoat. Like, they run the different trainers. Like, if you lose, you gotta hold yourself accountable as well. Or if that's the case, you gotta give all of the credit to the trainer when you win. You don't really see that much. Like, you don't see people like, giving all of the praise to just a trainer when they win. So I just think that Wilder, I just think that, man, he probably wasn't that hungry. And I think I seen somewhere he might have said that or something.
I
That
think
he was
so. Yeah, something upon the hunger. Yeah, there was a question upon the hunger, and that he's doing other things outside of boxing that has been putting him in a relaxed mode.
Yup, I figured that. Then that happened. That's why I was saying, like, sometime your lifestyle, you could be doing better in life. Like, remember we just had this conversation. It's crazy now that he converted to Islam. But remember when I was talking, and remember I broke down the spiritual aspect of the fight when we talked, and that's what I meant. Like, it's more than just, and that's why was one of the reasons why I gave Devin the edge on the fight. Because he had all this shit together when it come to, because of course, as much as we could see the physical and everything, we know we live in as spiritual beings as well. Like, whether you believe in religion or not, I mean, you still can't explain somebody busting a nut, an egg coming, and just a human forming, and you having these senses, and all the stuff that's in the world. Just common sense. We spiritual beings. Like, you don't just get spawned down on the earth. Like, where did that come from? Like, how did we just appear here from a mother and the father having sex to us appearing? You appeared in New England, and where it's just, I ain't gonna get too, but I'm saying, when I was saying that about Tank, it's crazy because them was some of the reasons why I gave Devin the edge. And
Mm,
and then I think shit, that probably was what, a couple weeks ago when we was talking about that. I was,
mm.
kind of saying I think that might help Tank. So people criticizing him, it's kind of like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. Like, I mean, I can only applaud him for trying to self-improve his character, and his what really count in life, like him paying homage to how he got here and all of that. But at now, on the flip side, he can't be peaceful in the ring though, because Tank is a killer. So it could play two ways, which I think it's just gonna help him. But, like, some people, it might take that killer away from them, because they start learning, they start not wanting to really hurt nobody, because they realize what they doing. Like, before, Tank like an animal, to where he damn near, it's subconscious to, like, for him to hurt you. In the it how an animal don't got the same logic that we got. They just know what they know. They do what they do in their nature. Like, Tank kind
To
of like an
survive.
animal almost. Yeah, like, so now he gonna have to be, by him improving his character, his spiritual, and all of that. It's gonna be even more that he got to pull that killer out, because he might decide, like, man, I'm so at peace in my regular life. I'm through with boxing, or I don't want to fight no more. Now people would be mad at him, but it's like, at the end of the day, that's just a part of his life. Like, we talking boxing, but it's real. I'm just breaking down, to make an example too with Wilder. Like, Wilder might be at peace to where that killer instinct leaving, but what I will say this though, you can't play boxing, so get up out of this though. If you really know, that you ain't got that killer in you, get up out of it for somebody, or you'll learn the hard way. This the kill game. And he a killer. Just like I say, Tank is a killer. Nah, it's different when you got a different style and you just a pure boxer. You still need to be hungry and a killer, but not as much as like a Tank, like a Wilder, and guys like that that's knocking everybody out. You got to really, and it's a weird balance. It ain't as easy as people think. I mean, Wilder probably a couple 100 million in, so you got to think, like, we don't know Woody, we don't know, you know. I don't get into people's personal lives, but he seemed at peace with his girl, and they was together the whole time, and that's something I would advise for my fighter. Like, man, fall back a little bit. I know you love your lady, but at the same time, give it a couple days, a week, two, get away for 6 weeks from your girl. That'd be my advice. Like, just if you talking about me throwing on a trainer hat, I'll say I want you away from your girl for about a month or two on this next fight. I don't want no fucking or none of that. Now it ain't gonna be Malik fault, because he can only tell him. Now, in the old days, that's why dudes was in the boondocks. They was in the woods. and they was in real fucking camps. They wasn't in the vacation mode. And I think that if Wilder need to get back in that mode, he need to say, you know what, I'm gonna do like Muhammad Ali and all them used to do. I think that dropped off in the last 10 years or so of boxing. Now Crawford still do it. And that's why he's the pound for pound champion, because he'd go out to Colorado, or even if he come to Vegas, he ain't indulging in the nightlife, but he away from his wife and all that, man. It's kind of hard to be in great shape and you got a wife, you got an ass jiggling all around you. Like, let's be real. Like, you in top shape, you gonna want to hit something. So, he got to be honest with himself, man, when it comes to all of that. But like I say, Malik can only do what he do, and Wilder got to really be like, all right, this is what I want to do. Like, but all of the greats done it. Like when I came, even in my era, you wouldn't want Big Floyd wasn't playing, so I wouldn't want to, be fucking and all of that. Like, cause he gonna cuss you out and ask you, have you been fucking and this and that. So I think that them just some of my advices. If I was, not blaming the trainer at all, but I'm saying I would be like, man, you can't have no girls around, your wife, none of that. Like you got to go back in the kid mode when you enjoy the shit, and and now you got the bag, you got plenty of money, so you can retire, but don't get in there playing with a heavyweight.
Facts.
If he do that, I think the killer instinct could come back. If maybe they train in the boondocks. This is my opinion, because I mean the killer is in him. It just got to be probably brought out a little. It's gonna probably take a little bit to bring it out. So no bras, no sex, no nothing but training for 6 to 8 weeks.
Mm.
Like my old school cats used to tell me, hold them nuts.
Hold them shits, man.
You gotta hold them nuts.
Um, when it comes down to guys like Francis Ngannou on Twitter saying, licking my chops, what chances do you have, Ngannou with a guy like Fury now that we've seen a little bit of Ngannou? I mean, what do you see about Ngannou versus a guy like, Wilder?
Um, It'd be a good fight. That might be a good fight. If I was in Ghana, I'd get one or two in between though, just to get a couple wins. And that'd be a good fight because like I say, it's heavyweight. So all it takes is one shot. We seen that with Fury. He dropped him because I can tell Fury wasn't hungry and wasn't training. Now you're gonna see a different Fury with Usyk, because everybody like, oh, because this dude did this, that Usyk gonna do this. He gonna be in a whole nother shape for Usyk. He ain't gonna, but Usyk and them, they live the fighter's lifestyle all year round. Them dudes got discipline. They brought up different. Like he ain't into no nightlife or none of that kind of stuff. So he don't have to. His mode is already the fight game. You got to eat and sleep this.
Yeah, makes sense. Um, as far as Joshua is concerned, and then when I talked to Malik said that a lot of people are not speaking upon Joseph Parker is still that dude, former champion, has guys on his belt. Obviously, he lost to guys like he lost to the juggernaut, Anthony Joshua, top guys. So like, what he even beat Andy Louise. Obviously, some people had it going either way. But talk to me. Like, do you feel like it had a lot to do with Parker, or it
I
had to
think.
do
I mean,
everything to do with Wilder?
you got to give him credit, Parker, because the job still got to get done, and he completed the task. He did what he was supposed to do. So I think shit, they could do a rematch and find out. That's the best way to find out is run it back.
Mm.
That's the best way to find out, to run it back. Being a true champion, if you gonna box, you should want it back. I think
As a
Wilder should
former
run it back.
champion and coach right now, do you need to see it? Do you need to see it running back?
Uh, I mean, I don't care to see it, but I'm saying in Wilder's, if you really like,
So, what do
damn,
you
I
think
gotta
about
turn.
Wilder then?
I mean, I think Wilder and Joshua could still fight.
Do you look at him any higher or lower since the last
I
fight?
mean, you gotta say lower, but I know that it probably was a hunger, a man. It's really gonna be up to him. It ain't gonna be the trainer. It's the man in the mirror sometime too. Like a lot of times, of course, the trainer gonna get the blame, but which it can play a part. But just from the outside looking in, it just seemed like you know, and I commend him being a good family man and all of that. But man, I don't want to see no broad around you, no girl around you when this fight is happening. It worked for some people, but some it don't. Like if I'm his trainer, I'm gonna ask him when's the last time did you fuck all of that? He might have fucked the day before the fight. Not saying that mean everything, but it's a hunger thing. Like you shouldn't be worried about hugging and kissing and having to wipe. It's wartime. Like sometimes you got to go in that bag. Like you getting in all that bread and you can't really knock them. But like I say, in the fight game, you gonna get the criticism. You got to expect that to happen because we could applaud him if he said, "All right, I'm done fighting. I ran the bag up. I'm happy. I'm in peace," and everybody gonna be fine with that. But when you get in the ring, you can't really say it after. Now, I give him a. I like to see him come back, and I ain't gonna write him off after that. But me just having experience and kind of knowing, I think it was a lack of hunger too. Him trying to find probably he finding himself outside the ring, but he probably trying to find another person in the ring. But no, you gotta stay that killer. Like imagine Tank. He probably in his mind was like, man, damn, I want to improve my spiritual strength and my character. Now imagine if he think that got to translate in the ring to where he got to find another identity because he don't got that same kill mentality because he learning more and more stuff that he never been into. He gonna hear a lot about the creator and this and that, and that might pull him back from wanting to hurt people and do what he normally does. So it take a lot of mental strength for them to make that 30, 40 million to fight is crazy. Like, that's something that that in itself, shit, anybody that's watching or if you get 30, 40 million, a lot of people don't know who they'd be tomorrow. So yeah, but nah, he got to get his killer instinct back if he gonna do this. So
Um, and now has it lost a little like flavor when it comes down to you wanting to watch Wilder and Anthony, or is it something that you still want to watch?
sort of, but I think that he gonna have to sell it like I'm in the fucking woods. Like I ain't got no, you know, this is my advice, man. Like I never fault somebody for being a family man, but sometimes you got to put that in the back seat if your hunger is lacking. That don't mean that that's their only reason, but his wife might be his peace, and his wife might help him in a way too. But I'm saying go for a while without getting the hug and feeling that soft skin and all of that. Like any man that's listening, or even you could say like, come on, man, when you getting that nut off, you already know how you feel after that.
Shit.
So my thing is this.
Nap time.
Hey, my thing is this. If I'm elite, man, ain't no fucking bras around. You can't have your wife around. I talk to his wife, man. Listen, you my girl, I like you, but if you want your husband to be safe in the ring and to be that killer in the ring, either you got to fall back. Like I holler at Wilder first, but I'm saying I talk to both of them. But even if it's like, all right, nah, man, you getting a major bag, man. And I don't know if he do, but if I'm mistaken, I know I seen him with her for the whole week or whatever I saw. That's just my advice. Cause that could take your killer instinct. That's just my advice. Of course, you got to get back to the ring adjustments, but that in itself, like, if any dude or you or anybody, imagine you having your wife with you the whole camp. Like you in top shape. The better shape you in from boxing, you want to fuck even more. Like you got a girl, you got your wife around you, you gonna roll over and want to hit something.
Facts.
Like, so yeah, he
Come
got to
over
get
here,
that
let me get that
hunger.
thing.
Yeah, man. Look, you might go. Listen, man, you might go the whole camp. but you'll get tested, man. We still, like I say, as well as this, as well as this, as well as this. I mean, it's good and bad. You know, you're gonna get tested. Everybody talk about God all the time, but I mean, I think Wilder a Christian. Do you believe in it? So you believe it's the devil too, right? Maybe that's the devil that's testing you to see if you could dodge that, you know, to dodge having that, you know, the women and this and that. See,
Mm-hmm.
that's another element too, like, you know, but I just think like, man, you can't, I mean, you getting a lot of money and you got a duty to the fans as well to come at your best. So, you know, that power ain't go nowhere. I just think that he gotta, you know, of course ring improvement is important, but I mean that hunger gotta come back.
Absolutely. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to each and every single one of y'all for rocking out with us. Make sure you guys go out your way, smash the like button, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. Also, check out my guys, Mickey Bey's YouTube channel, Fight God TV, as well. Um, so let's get into Anthony Joshua. All right. So Anthony Joshua has a great performance, KO victory. Now, wait a minute. Yes, she stops him. So coming into it, what do you think? What do you think about the fight itself?
I mean, uh, to me, he kind of like up and down a little bit.
What you think about?
Joshua,
What do you think about him reuniting with his old coach?
like I say, it's good when you win, but you know, if he fight another fighter and he take the L, then you know,
Off to a new trainer.
yeah. So I ain't even giving it to dude. I don't like dudes that bounce around all the time. Like, you know, I don't like when dudes do that. Sometimes you need to do it, but you know, trainers to me nowadays are kind of replaceable because most of them don't really know the game like that. They be, you know, either, you know, con men or fucking just know how to get you in shape or yes, man. You only got a few that really know the science for real, that really know how to really improve a fighter without having to mimic somebody else and all of that type stuff. Like, you know, a lot of fighters is just mimicking other people that they see. That's just my honest opinion. But you know, heavyweight is heavyweight nowadays. Like, you know, these cats is just up and down like they performances. Like it ain't no dominant heavyweight like that. Like, you know, back in the day, see now you could put a perspective in and people used to say Mike Tyson ain't fought nobody. But shit, if you go back and look at dudes like Tony Tucker, uh Tony Tubbs and Pinklin Thomas and all them, even Razor Ruddock, and man, them dudes was nice. They'd have been whooping ass right now. They even look fit. They look different. So even I had to check myself, like, damn, he fought a lot of good fighters and dudes that was built like fucking real heavyweights. Like, so to me, heavyweight just is what it is right now. But like, you know, even letting Lil Usyk come up and do what he doing, like these cats. I mean, Usyk is a real good fighter, but in the 890s and down, like that shit wouldn't happen. He'd have got knocked out.
What does
Like
he?
he,
does he beat Fury?
nah, I think Fury gonna stop him. I'ma still stand on it unless he just bullshitting. Unless Fury just fucking just say I'm done, and he. Other than that, I think he might be down, but he might stop him.
Mm,
But
mm,
I think he
mm.
gonna take this one serious. But it's a lot. It's a lot that I'm gonna have to I gotta watch the whole build up, train. I got all of that. Like, but Fury of tricky ass fucking character.
Yes, he
So he the
is.
kind of dude like, all right, now I'm gonna get my ass up. You know, he one of them type dudes that'll fuck around for real. And he like Ngannou, I ain't taking credit for Ngannou because it was a hell of a thing that he did, but man, he probably ain't trained for real for that. This one, he gonna be like, all right. I'm about to get right for real because this is undisputed, right?
Yep.
I think he gonna stop Usyk.
Damn.
If he come like he did, because I'm gonna be real with you, Usyk got stopped against what's his name? That body shot.
Oh, by Dubois.
That was a stoppage.
Mm,
That was a stoppage, and I ain't give him a chance to win. I
mm,
ain't give him a chance. I'm like, man, this dude gonna mop the floor with Dubois. But even dudes like Dubois, a lot of these heavyweights, he could punch, he can, but I mean, nowadays, man, it's just it's a little different. But them two legit heavyweights though. It's some legit ones out there. I still like Joshua and Wilder and someone, but now Fury and Usyk really can fight and really could box. But I think that if Fury is the Fury that he was with Wilder, he gonna stop Usyk.
mm.
Cause you ain't gonna be able to get away for 12 rounds without that big ass dude rocking you. And he gonna step to you. So yeah, he gonna cause some like I know guys that spar with both of them. And even they pick Usyk, honestly. They was like he was trickier, but that was because of the footwork and that's a hard style to deal with as a big man, but Fury he elusive, he fast, and he don't fight like a big man. But he will when he lay on you. He'll grab you and lay on you and put his weight on you. He ain't gonna be nice to fucking Usyk like a lot of these fighters have been. He gonna go in there and step to him, lean on him, and if he hit him clean, he gonna hurt him for sure. So I could see him being down in that fight, but I'm only saying this with the Fury that I'm seeing these last couple fights. Yeah, I don't see, but Fury, like I say, he a trickster. So he the kind of guy that'll be like, all right, it's time to wake up now. This fucking undisputed heavyweight time, and he a crazy dude, not in a insulting way, but when you fighting a guy like that, you don't know what the hell Fury gonna pop. He might pop up and be better than he did against Wilder. But if he
Mm.
come in like he fought Wilder, I'll give him the stoppage.
I like it. I like it. So we're gonna set up a poll here, okay? And it's gonna be 2023 Fighter of the Year. Uh, Talk to me. Let's put three candidates. Who should we
My three
definitely?
candidates,
Yes.
I would say Terrence Crawford, Devin Haney, and Benavidez.
I like them. Those are the ones I've been using. David Benavidez.
Yeah, I give it. I'll put them. You said three, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if it was four, I'll put
Anyway, in
what's his
there.
name in there? Yeah, but I give all three of them over Inouye.
Okay. So I'm gonna put this post, and then you're gonna tell me why. So go ahead. Tell me why the two wins that we've seen from Inoue, Fulton, and this other dude, which was really game. Um, Paul. What do you remember the dude's last name?
That explain your answer right there. Why I don't got him in
Nah,
that
but
three.
it don't matter.
No, it matter.
It
No,
don't matter.
Inouye is a hell
He
of a
was he
fighter.
was a good fighter.
Yeah, I like Inouye. He a hell of definitely a real good fighter. But
So tell me, he got two stoppages, right?
yeah,
And he became undisputed, and within those two wins in 1 year and within 12 months, why can someone be fighter of the year over him?
because who he fought. Like now, I like Fulton, so that was a good win. This ain't to discredit Fulton, but Devin beat fucking Lumachenko all time. I say that he a great fighter, Lumachenko. He beat Lumachenko and he beat Regis. Went straight up to 140 and beat him. Now, Benavidez beat Caleb Plant. That was this year too, right? he beat Caleb Plant in the fashion that he beat him in, and he beat Andre, gave him his first loss, stopped him. So that's why I got him. And Crawford, everybody was saying, I ain't letting people take this away. Everybody was saying it was a 50-50 fight. The most 50-50 fight since Hearns and Leonard when they fought. And I even said it. We can't change it because of the outcome of the fight. Remember what you thinking that too? Like, man, this shit, I don't know, I had Terrence to get the nod, but Spence is a dog, and I'm like, shit, I don't know who, I couldn't argue nobody if they said Spence. I thought Terrence, but Spence is a real good fighter too. So I'm like, if anybody said Spence, I wouldn't argue. I wasn't arguing with him. But the way that he dominated him, to me, he dominated in a fashion that nobody dominated in a long time. Like for that kind of 50-50 build up. We gotta think when was the last time a fighter, like I ain't gonna lie, I get a win to Terrence. Like I give him fighter of the year for that. But my second and third is Devin and Benavidez. Either way, you want to
So
put it.
this is what I think, right? Right? Because we still gotta do fight of the year.
Oh, so that's separate.
Yeah, so you got fight of the year and
Oh,
fighter
okay.
of the year.
Fighter of
So
the year. Oh,
fight
I
of
get
the
fighter of the year to Terrence.
fighter of the year. That
Yeah.
one performance trumped all the performances that every other person has done. You
Yeah,
believe that
yeah,
one quality is more than quantity.
yeah. No, yeah, that shit was off the chain. I ain't even gonna lie. Yeah, he earned that. No, the whole build up, he came out with the fishnet. He fucking stood up like that. That take a lot. That take a
Mm,
lot. Like Inoue don't got a dance partner like that. Like all right, I'm gonna say this. With Inoue, that would have been equivalent to him beating like a Barrera or somebody back in the day. Barrera,
Guerrero.
Morales. He ain't got none of them kind of dance partners right now. Like Fulton, I give him that win. That was a good win. But Fulton is young and he kind of still on the, he got him some belts and I give him that one. But uh Terrence hands down, he went in there and made that shit look so easy. Earl was just dogging everybody. To me, his best performance was against Ugas before that. Spence. And you better believe this, right? Let Spence get in there with another 54 and watch what happens. He gonna smash him. And everybody gonna say, oh, he back and this and that.
So
Listen, oh,
we're gonna get into a little piece of that too because Victor Conti said something right that took people's by surprise, but it didn't take me by surprise because I heard Virgil Hunter say the same thing. But we'll get right into that. I want to get into this super chat real quick. Blind Faith, thank you for the $5. He listed his number one Inoue, Crawford number two, Devin Haney number three, and Benavidez number four. Nice list.
yeah, I put Devin too because Devin beat Lomachenko
So all right, so
and
put it like this now. I'll give you a tougher answer. So how do you just put the votes? You just put the categories, right? Of fighters. You list them by order. Who do you have winning a fighter of the year out of the
Terrence,
candidates you just put?
Terrence Crawford, Devin Haney, Benavidez, and Inoue.
Did you say something?
Oh, you ain't hear me?
Yeah, your volume went low.
Oh, hold on.
Now you're better. Now you're better.
Oh, okay. Um, Benavidez. I mean, no, Terrence Crawford.
David Benavidez
Uh,
and Devin.
Devin Haney. I got Devin too.
Okay, Devin too.
Lomachenko sweet. Lomachenko is that one put him at number two. And then I put Benavidez 3 and Inoue 4.
Mm,
Yeah, I put
mm.
Inoue 4 because he didn't get the opposition that they beat was a little. And then but yeah, that's how I got the order pretty much.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you smash the like button. Go into the polls. Make a vote. Who do you guys have for your 2023 Fighter of the Year? I put Fighter of the Year.
Because I'm going to be honest with you. If Teofimo would have fought once more, he might have could have passed Inoue, in my opinion. And I don't want people to think I don't like Inoue. I just keep it real. Like, Inoue is a great fighter, like one of my favorites, but it's opposition that matter. Like, he beat the shit out of Josh Taylor, Teofimo, and that was his only fight, though, right?
Yeah.
So I would give him comeback of the year.
I got him comeback of the year for sure.
Yeah, I give him comeback of the year.
Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen, and I appreciate you, Blind Faith, for putting some color in the chat and supporting the channel. So, fight of the year. Who do you got? What was the fight of the year for
Damn.
you?
Shit. Now this one, hold on, I gotta really think on this one. Cause to me, fight of the year consists of
Performance.
of competition and as like let me think. Damn. Fight of the year. Man. What's like the if you give me like the obvious picks I could pick from that. They gotta be a top four that everybody agree with.
Okay, so I mean, you would have to go off. You would have to put Terrence Crawford and Spence as part of fight of the year for sure. I think that you would probably want to put. They were talking about Benavidez and Boo Boo. Remember, they were saying like this is potential fight of the year. It just didn't live up for it.
Nope. Nah, nope.
Um, People were very indecisive with the Fulton and Inoue fight. They were very indecisive. Um, we and then comeback of the year. You know what? We might. Do you put Teal for the Taylor, or do you give it to Ryan Valenzuela with the rematch of Chris Colbert? Or does he get
Teal.
or does he get knockout of the year?
Knockout of the year. See, if I hear some choices, I'll be able to answer better. Cause you know how it's hard to think off the top of my head.
All
If I
right,
hear,
so all right, remember Ramirez and Espinosa? Robesi Ramirez and Espinosa?
yeah,
That was a fight. That's definitely fight of the year. That went up and back and forth. They both. Robesi knocked him down, and then Espinosa went back and just took him out. Um, what else we have? Um, fight of the year. Fight of the year. Fight of the year. What do you guys think, chat? Fight of the year. Fight of the year this year. You couldn't put. Oh, you can put You definitely can put Loma and Haney.
yeah. See, this why I think you could say that because it was close. It wasn't no shutout. So
It was entertaining.
yeah, somebody had to pull it out to the end. So now you got different ones. Like now I like it because it was high level skills, but
Munguia and
then you got
Jerebchenko was nice up and back and forth. You know
yeah
what
you
was a
got
good one
wars.
too? Oshaki Foster when he got that knockout, that last minute knockout at the
Yeah,
end
he
of the.
got the good comeback. He got a good comeback as well. But yeah, but that high level shit is what I like. So
You like that?
you
Okay.
yeah, but I'm trying to think though. It had to be some other good fights. That one stick out to me. Who else fought where it was like of two-way action where it was close.
I mean,
Up
Caleb Plant and Benavidez was a close
I don't
fight.
think I don't think it was close.
I mean, first half of the fight, Caleb had it.
Nah, yeah, but you like when the fight ended, you kind of knew, like
Oh
you
yeah,
knew
yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. Yeah, it was a great fight though. Like it was a great
But
fight.
that's the thing. But think about it, right, bro? It's like you lose the first 6 rounds, first 5 rounds.
No, I seen it from the beginning though. Me personally, styles make fights. Like like
But you
um,
lose. You
uh,
have to pit. You have to do perfect. You lose your
yeah,
first 5. You have to perform perfect now. That's
nah,
pressure.
I don't think he lost the first 5. He was down probably, but by design. He didn't lose them all. He just would have been down, but that's by design. That's like Mayweather. If you go to his first 5 fights or most of his fights, he was down because
Out the
he ain't going
better.
up.
Out, out the better beef Anthony Yard was a good fight. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I want to see him and Bivol and him and the winner fight Benavidez one day.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, that'd be a good one. Canelo, who did he? He fought Ryder and Charles.
Nothing. No competitive.
Yeah, I could name off some fights that I want to match up next year.
What?
The best fights in boxing.
All right. What fights do we have to see?
I'm realistic.
2024. Who?
I
Wait
don't
a
think
minute. Wait a
all of
minute. Wait a
them
minute.
have,
Wait a minute. Before that, who's your knockout of the year?
uh damn, what was it? I
You
seen a little
got
Asian cat.
Brian
He
Mendoza. Oh, and then you're talking about Nakatani in the lighter weight divisions, right?
was that him that just
Knocked out.
clipped him with one shot
He
and
clipped.
was
He
out?
clipped Maloney. Yeah.
That might have could have been one. And then what was the other one we named not too long ago? We named another one. Damn, I don't remember.
For
Going,
knockout.
yeah,
Oh, Brian Mendoza against Brian Mendoza against Fundora.
yeah, yeah. It's one of them, something like that. Cause they,
Or you like Oshaki Foster's knockout?
yeah, any one of those could be a toss up. Cause it was a one punch situation to change the fight or end it. So,
Ryo's knockout was sleepy time,
oh, yeah, his can be one. His might be the winner. Yeah, he might have won that guy.
and he posted with the body.
Yeah, and then he won the rematch. So I might give it to him. Yeah, and he
Mm.
beat out of him. He's doing all that. Dude's doing all that talking. It's cool
Yeah,
to talk, but you gotta fucking back. You gotta at least try to back it up.
that Nakatilia knockout from Jason Maloney was crazy though. That was
Yeah,
bad.
that earlier
I was like,
that might be one when you just talking about flat out, just one punt, boom. So but all of them was some good knockouts. But shit, I want to say the fights of next year that need to happen.
2024. What fights need to happen in your
Now,
opinion?
I don't even think half of them might happen. But if I'm gonna name some fights, all right, Devin Haney versus Ryan that should happen just for the sport. He gonna beat the shit out of Ryan, but I respect Ryan because of his heart. Like I told you, I think Ryan gonna be better down the line, like in a couple years. But we don't know what his plan is. Like he might be like, I'm about to run my bag up and fucking become an actor after
Is
4
it
fights.
is it is it superly one sided fight?
Yeah, I ain't even gonna lie to you. Devin might stop him. This might be the one where he get his stoppage. I think Devin might stop him.
Devin might stop him. So
Yeah,
we've seen that you know hold on one second. Anyway, already won faulty, so I don't care about the poll that doesn't have him in it. Oh, okay. I just put Mickey's he could only the thing about it, Mickey only had 3 options.
yeah. Out of my 3, he ain't get the wins that y'all even wanted to. If y'all had to pick a fight, that would have been the last fight y'all would have picked. His last fight. If y'all said match up the Devin Haney, the Crawford, and the Benavidez fights, wouldn't nobody pick that fight that he just fought. Let's
Mm.
just because we like a guy don't mean we can't be honest. Anyway, is a bad dude,
Mm.
bad dude, but the opposition, he too good. Like I say, somebody gonna have to either come up or he got to go up. But all right. So I like
But no,
Devin
but
Haney.
going on to the Ryan and Haney situation, right?
Oh yeah,
Obviously they're 3-3 in the amateurs, and obviously Ryan has given Haney a standing 8 count. I don't know if it was more than once, but it happened. So in the pros with 8-ounce gloves, what makes you think that what Ryan has showed in the amateurs won't per se happen in the pros?
nah, man, it's different. I like Ryan, but like I told you, he not that seasoned yet. Like to me, Ryan gonna be good, better if Ryan could stay hungry. I think in 2 to 3 years, he gonna be a lot better. Everybody don't catch on right now. Like, I think that he gonna be more of a late bloomer. Now he seems like he's still trying to find his identity. He don't seem comfortable at what he doing yet. He don't know who he's still figuring out who he is. But he got hella tools with him, like as far as natural abilities and speed, power, reflexes. But he don't. To me, he don't know. He don't know when to do stuff. To me, like so that's the shutout. I'm just saying for the sport, it's a great big fight, big build up. That's good. But then I like to see Devin and Tiafimo after that. Then I would like to see Tiafimo versus the other guy. What's his name? Uh
Ortiz?
yeah, I like to see them two. I like to see them two, put them two in New York and put Devin Haney and Ryan in Vegas. So that way when the winners fight each other, you bring them to Vegas, you get the East Coast to get, the big fight over there with on the Puerto Rican Day parade or something. And then that'd be good. I would like to see Tank versus Shakur. Tank versus Shakur, since they both the same weight. I could say Tank versus other fighter, but they the same weight. And they both, champions now. So I would like to see Benavidez versus Canelo.
Mando.
I would like to see Bivol versus Better BF. Better well, I know I said the name wrong. Better BF versus Bivol. Uh I like to see I'm gonna put Boots. Let me think about somebody for Boots. Just cause Boots don't have a lot of dance partners right now, but he a hell of a fighter.
I think Boots and Keith would be a good matchup.
Yeah, he'll beat the hell. I think he'll beat the shit out of Keith right now, but I match because Keith still, if Keith if Keith can turn the tide, to me he in that Wilder mode. But you could pick your hunger up. But I'm saying the hunger and the if he could pick his, I'll take that fight, him versus Keith. I like to see Virgil Ortiz versus what's that dude? Tim Zoo.
Tim Zoo, yeah.
Yeah, I like Virgil Ortiz versus Tim Zoo. Um, I like to see Caleb Plant versus what's that Cuban name?
David Morrell.
Yeah, David Morrell. I like to see them two. I like to see Charlo back at middleweight. One of the Charlos against that dude.
Andre.
Nah. What's his name? He a Dominican cat. He fought Julian Williams.
Oh, Adamas.
Yeah, I like to see one of them against him. Dominant.
Carlos.
Yeah, I like to see Crawford, or I would like to see Crawford versus um. I think him and Spence to fight just for you know, the build up. They're gonna come with the weight. Oh, he gonna be stronger at 54. It's a big fight, good fight for the
So
sport.
did you hear the piece that Victor Conti said the other day?
No, no, I ain't hear.
So it's the same shit that I don't know if you heard what Virgil Hunter said in an interview, but I guess I don't know if you ever heard of this altitude sickness.
Yeah, it happened to me a couple times. I barely run in the mountains or anything no more.
So Spence ran 7 days, 8,000 feet. 7 days before the fight, he ran up altitude. He could
Oh,
have.
I'm gonna say this now, and I love Victor. Like that's my guy. He a genius. you know, and but I think he'd have lost no matter what. But I'll let you. I ain't mean to cut you off. I want to hear what he said because I'm sure that it's valid what he's saying. I just don't credit that for the loss, but I do want to hear what he said.
I mean, he just spoke upon it being like something that you should not absolutely not do. And a lot of fighters don't understand the altitude. But you're a vet, so obviously you've done this stuff before.
No, I'm
But
gonna
for
tell
younger fighters, they don't
you. No,
understand.
yeah, no, man. Yeah, this taking care of your body is serious. Like because when you a fighter,
So when you were sickness, right? When you were sick, how long were you sick for?
I was beyond sick, beyond sick.
So what was the symptoms?
I had a heart attack.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I had a heart attack because
Wow.
the oxygen supply got cut off in my heart. Yeah, so I had to go to the hospital. Shit, I was in there probably for about 4 or 5 days. Yeah, I actually had a heart attack. So I don't even. That's why I didn't fight in the Olympics. I caught pneumonia in the Colorado Springs in the camp, in the Olympic for and that's how I got sick. So I don't even barely like run up there. Like I would go like when I was training Devin and the fighters, I would just stay in the car, and I would still even feel it then. But I would just stay in the car, like, or if I get out, I'm walking. Like I don't, I'm kind of careful with that.
So what would you say that it made you felt like you had a pneumonia? You said, or you
Well,
caught
no, I
pneumonia?
caught pneumonia when I made the Olympic team, and so I couldn't fight in the Olympics. I was actually in the camp. Uh,
Mm.
me, Andre Ward, Birdo, all of us was on the same team, same year. But like I say, a lack of knowledge, especially years ago, we didn't have all this knowledge that you got now, that you can get all this free knowledge. You just train, and you think, I'm thinking like, how the hell can I have a heart attack and I'm fucking don't got no body fat? Like, shit, I'm fucking, the doctor told me,
And you're young.
yeah, the doctor's like, you could have dropped dead. Like, you lucky that I had my guy following me. I'm gonna tell the whole story. It's gonna be a part of my documentary, but it was crazy. Cause the whole way it came about was crazy. Just the whole story was crazy. But I'm gonna just say, like, you could be in the best shape ever, and like the doctors told me, like, it's people who are in the best shape drop dead. Well, they were saying that from heart attacks. Like, they was like, you don't have to have like like blood pressure issues or none of that. Sometimes your heart, when you train so hard for so long, your heart can it can change. So it's a long story, but basically, so mine was different. And I did catch pneumonia and got sick, and I was sick for months. So it felt like glass was in my lungs. This was just me. Like, so I couldn't fight in the Olympics. I tried to get better. I went to I couldn't even throw a punch. It felt like it was glass in my lungs. But so I'm careful with the altitude myself. Like, just for me. Now, if he already did it and was already doing it, like, see, now I used to do it. See, now that's what I mean. Old school wise, it's crazy because when Floyd Mayweather Sr. trained me, he got a motto that's my way or the highway, right? I ran the mountains every day for months. And I'm in the gym sparring an hour or two later. He don't give a fuck. You ain't telling him. And this with combat boots on. And he followed me in the car, fucking cuss, telling me to sprint off. But you ain't, that was the old school way. Back then it was, your trainer tell you do this. But so now it's more information. I think fighters should take heed. And so what did he say? He got sick or what?
He could have possibly gotten sick
But he
before.
could have. See, with me, I got diagnosed. I knew it was no way I could fight. Like, I couldn't literally, you
But
know,
because in his opinion, 7 days before the fight, you've been sick doing, done it. What have you done it 7 days before your fight? The
like,
altitude
hey,
training.
that shit every day at one point, like 5 days a week, 6 days
When do you stop before your training camp?
Floyd had me do that shit the week of the fight, 3, 4 days. He didn't care. He like, man, his exact words, man, it's fuck that is my way or the highway.
Mm.
You can ask De La Hoya. He even said it in his book, like, if you train with him, you're gonna do what he say. Like, and that's what a lot of fighters need now, honestly, but not that kind, because to me, what I did learn, it's a way to moderate your training and things like that. Now, by me taking care of my body just overall, and I had many years out of the ring because, so you got to take care of yourself on your off time. That's the key as well. Like, but I just think that Terrence was the better man and he won that fight. If anything, they can say it was probably the weight. Now, but what Victor saying is valid because I got almost life threatening situations with the mountains, literally death. I could have died. So I know how it, but like I say, Spence would have known that he wouldn't have been able to fight. Like he would have had to I had to go to the hospital. I tasted blood, my hands was blue. I knew what was up, so it was different.
Trainer of the year.
Oh, Bo Mac. Yeah, I'm gonna get at the Bo Mac.
If we would have to say prospect of the year.
What is prospect? Let me see. Prospect. Because to me, prospects still got to get a good win. That's a lot of young fighters that I like. Like, Abdullah, Mason, Cash Flow,
Shoo.
it's so many that I'll probably leave some names out. Like, so opposition matters to me. So,
Andy Cruz has been fighting some good opposition.
yeah, he does, but I ain't, like I say, I ain't been at him. He a good fighter, a lot of heart, but.
You like these prospects to fight at least like 4 times a year?
Well, he kind of moving fast, so I commend the Cubans because they willing to fight anybody. So that's one thing that I do like. But I don't see he gonna be one of them dudes to me that was a great amateur, but a decent pro, like a good pro, but putting them in there with Tank, Devin Haney, and them. Shakur. I don't see pros different in the 3-4 round fight. Like, but I give him his credit as far.
You still got Xander Zayas there. He got a couple big wins.
Their oppositions is like, if anything, what's the kid? Pacheco, didn't he get a couple wins?
Pacheco got some pretty good wins as well.
I ain't really watch him close, but I seen him fight. I seen him fight in person a couple times, and I liked him. Like when I seen him fight before in person, and he kind of caught my eye. I got to see more of him, but you can give it to do. You got a couple guys like what's the other guy top ranked? No, he more of a contender. Yeah, so that's a hard category for me. I would have to really look at all of them, but a lot of young fighters. It's a lot of young fighters I like though, but their opposition is still low, so I can't really say prospect of the year. But it's some guys that I see futures in, like, they contenders. Somebody said Keyshawn or Morrell. They more contender. You could say Keyshawn maybe because he fighting the best opposition, and he not fully a contender yet. So you might could say him kinda somebody like on that level, but you got a
Emilio
lot of
Vargas is also good as well. Yes,
yeah.
that's right there listed.
See, I put them on my up and comer like fighters to watch would be Abdullah, Cash Flow, Shoo. Damn. See, I know so it's so many cats that I forget. I have to write it down, but it's um they are some good fighters though. Some good young fighters coming up, but that category is kind of hard because they don't really fight. Right now them cats is 19, 20. So the guys they fight, you got to move them slow. So to me, I would just go by who got the best wins out of them.
Mm. No, I like it. I like it. I mean, we
So
touched
Cat
up.
got a real. He just got a real good win. Floyd Diaz. So prospect.
He looked okay. He looked okay.
Yeah, but he fought a dude that was like damn near 18-0. He got one robbery loss.
The kid could fight. The kid could
Yeah,
fight.
I'm saying a lot of dudes ain't fighting that kind of competition. Like, but I would have to look at Pacheco and Sanders, dudes like that. But it's a lot of them cats I like, so I really got to look into it.
There seems like they're trying to put together the Teofimo Lopez and Jermaine
Oh,
Ortiz fight.
all right, my boy. I forgot the kid I trained, Amari Jones. Thanks in the chat. Like, I don't know how I forgot him. That's definitely one of my favorite fighters. I started him out and got him to think 7-8-0. Yeah, he definitely shit. I might give it to him. I'll give it to Amari Jones. I'm gonna give it to Amari Jones. Either
By
him or Cat.
default. By default.
Good looking out. No, I'm gonna say that because the guy he just stopped. He just stopped two good fighters that was tough. He stopped this kid, I call him Kilo. The guy he just fought is real tough. I know him, uh from seeing him box in Vegas, and I know the cat. He can fight. He real rough. He knocked out him and he stopped his other guy that Lorenzo Trups Simpson had a good fight with. So I'm gonna give it to Amari Jones. That's just real. See, I don't see. I ain't gonna be biased. Good looking out too, because somebody told me. I'm glad I looked in the chat, because somebody told me that. And yeah, that
I
he's somebody.
seen it in the chat. I seen it in the chat, but then when you said opposition, I just didn't want to mention him because I felt like he hasn't gotten really.
No, he got some good wins. Listen, he fought a guy when I trained him. People was calling me. He fought him on, I think, JoJo Diaz and one of Devin undercards, right? He fought a guy named Tim Lee to be stretching cats. Now, at this time, Amari only like 17, 18. Everybody was like, man, why you let him fight this cat? Now, the match got made before I even approved it. Because people was like, damn, he a little moving a little too fast, and he stopped him. He stopped dude, though. But Amari, to me, he was one of my favorite students, because when I got him, I started him from scratch as a pro. So I really got a chance to really mold him and sculpt the clay. But his improvement, I'm gonna keep it short because I know this whole combo, but his improvement and if I had any young fighter, man, if he was a sponge. Like when I first trained him, he was green. And all right, now he lived, mind you, he living with Devin. He fucking in the Rolls Royces, the mansions, all that with him. But one thing I noticed that when Devin, after he fought, this kid kept calling me like, "Let's go to the gym. Let's go." He still went his own way. A lot of dudes would get caught up in what Devin Haney doing and lose their own focus. So he improved so much because he kept coming every daily. I'm like, man, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and take the time out and keep working with him because he really got a passion, and he fucking got better to the point to where, man, what we was doing the cats in the gym ain't make no sense. A lot of y'all favorite fighters too, but but he put it in the ring because I don't believe in that gym fighter shit. But I do like to test my guys in the gym, like and put them under the fire. But long story short, Amari Jones is definitely a future champion. He'd be a champion for sure in the near future.
Mm. What do you think about Floyd Schofield? I think they're going to be possibly putting him in there with JoJo Diaz. What do you think about the kid? Obviously, there's been lots of talks with him and Keyshawn Davis. He says he's ready for the top guys at 135. Oscar De La Hoya speaks very highly of him. What do you think about him?
I think that I had a chance to I was training a couple fighters. He worked with him. I seen him out here work. So I like his determination. You know, he got in there with Devin when I was training Devin. He sparred with Abdullah. So with him, I don't think that he is seasoned and stuff as even though he moving faster than like Abdullah, but I don't think that like I think that he worked hard, he dedicated, he got the grind. Uh, if he keep his head on his shoulders and don't get into the clout, because him and his father real cool. Cause that's how I met him. They good people, good fight. But when I see I know it's entertainment. But when I see them on the internet saying we did this and that with Devin, and ain't even no point even saying that part. Like leave that part out. Cause I was training Devin when they worked. But overall he tough. He could fight. He could fight, but um I don't know. I don't think he's ready for Keyshawn. Nah, not yet. He's young and he's still on the come up. I think that he probably could beat JoJo just because of the hunger. Dude, he trained hard. He's strong. Now he could fight. He definitely could fight. But I think that it's gonna take him longer than like the guys that I named. They just got it a little more naturally, like Abdullah, Amir, Amari Jones. The cats like that. Cash flow and uh Vargas. Some of them just, it's a lot more. I don't want to forget because then, you see these young cats and they ask you why I forget about them. But you see, I forgot one of my own guys that I trained, but I don't see there with them. But one day, I think he'd probably be a champion one day.
Probably.
Yeah, he could fight. He could fight, but I just don't like this. From me being around him and his dad, super grounded and they cool ass people. But then when I see them like they did this to Devin, now I understand you trying to get some hype, but like, come on, man, ain't nobody beat Devin and come close the whole time that I've been working with him to now. So it wasn't not even a close. Maybe one, maybe two. It wasn't. With him, Devin Haney hand was broke. He wasn't even supposed to have fought. So he was boxing with one hand. So that had to have been a Gamboa fight, I guess. But he a good fighter. I'd sum it up to that. He a good fighter. But I don't think Keyshawn, I don't think he ready for him yet.
Mm. You think we'll get this fight with Devin Haney and Tank now that Devin hydrates at where he hydrates at?
It's that don't even got nothing to do with it because that don't got nothing to do with who gonna win the fight. He already fought. Tank fought a bigger fighter than Devin. Barrio's like 6'1", 6 feet. So he fought a guy that's bigger. Size don't mean who gonna win the fight. Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao was real small welterweights and 154. Manny Pacquiao beat the shit out of Margarito, Cloudy. I'm talking about dudes that was like walked around at them heavy weights. So that don't really mean that. I think that I would love to see. I would say him and Shakur, y'all the same weight, build the fight up, to the end of the next year, and then fight. Because Shakur, I'm sure he want to. I don't know if he letting his hand or his injury heal. He get back in the ring, put Tank in the ring, and then both of them fight at the end of next year, and then they could all mix it up. Tank and Devin will probably fight first because Shakur is like really a natural lightweight. I think he'd be there for a minute. So you can't have Shakur and Tank in the same weight and them not fight each other. That just don't even look right. Like,
Oh yeah.
what's the name already? Shakur already expressed that he wanted it, and we know he wanted it. So Tank, maybe that's why Tank is equipping himself like we talked about. when I brought that up, and that's crazy that we happened to have that long discussion about Devin and his religion and this and that when we spoke on him versus Tank. And that was a part of the reason why I gave Devin the edge, because I'm like, Devin got his life more together and he gonna be able to focus more now. Tank can be more dangerous because of this. So people making fun of him, but it's like, why would you make fun of somebody and they trying to improve who they are? Like, he could become an even better fighter because of that. So I think him and Devin Haney would be a mega fight. Cause Tank is the kind of fighter that even if Tank catch an L, he'll be bigger. To me, Devin or Shakur, it's going a loss will hurt them more. A loss will hurt them more, in my opinion. Cause Tank is like you pay to see him get a knockout, almost. So honestly, I would like to see him and Shakur next year, and Devin Haney versus Ryan at the beginning of the year, and Devin Haney versus Tiafimo later in the year, and Tiafimo versus Matias. Oh, he fighting Jermaine Ortiz, so that's a good build-up fight.
What you think about that fight with Tio and Jermaine Ortiz?
Good fight. It's a real good fight. I give it to Tiafimo, but it's a good, credible fight. Like, I know dude that grew up out of 35, so I would have liked to see him and Shakur just for the, competition wise. We know dude gonna bring that fight, but oh yeah, and then let's not forget about Lomachenko. You could throw him up in the mix. Him and Kambosos fight, so you got the winner versus Lomachenko, Shakur. I would put the winner of that versus Shakur, and then you put him with Tank. Tank damn near could fight anybody, and he gonna sell. Like, he ain't gonna sell a lot of pay-per-view probably his next fight, but he gonna sell the arena out. And if he get a devastating knockout, that's gonna outweigh. People attention spans is different nowadays. They ain't, they could watch a 12-round fight, but only if it's two-way action. Other than that, people ain't even watching the fight. So that's why I say, like, Tank, even if he lost to Shakur, people still want to see him fight Devin because he can come back and put somebody to bed and then fight him. Like, everybody ain't gonna be undefeated. Like, that's what people gotta realize. Like, Tiafimo ain't undefeated, but he came and whooped ass. He beat dude easy, Josh Taylor. Like, everybody counted him out. He even questioned himself, but he showed what he was made of. So you got a lot of good fights, man. You got shit, who else? NUA. Damn, it ain't too many people around there.
He's got this super chat here. Dub right side. Thank you for the $5. Salute Mill City and Bay. Question from Mick. In your opinion, is Dev as disciplined as Bud or Floyd? Great interview, Mill City. Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
I ain't even gonna lie. That's the most thing that's why I know that he can be the one to I'm gonna tell you who, like Devin, I trained him and I've known him since he was a little kid, but his shit is real. Like, he really want to be the best in the game, number one. Like, he don't want to be number two. That's why he taking the matches he taking, because he want to get to the number one pound for pound if he can. Like, if Terrence retire or anything like that, he can be close. He definitely, no, his discipline is real. That's one of the most impressive things to him is his discipline. He don't try to be somebody he not. Like, he not, as far as he know that he young, he gonna have his little fun. He gonna like his cars, and all of them like the cars, jury and all of that. But he's disciplined, very disciplined, and that's why when I picked him against Regis, I'm like, it ain't no way he ain't letting it slip through, because he using his money to his advantage, and this what the fighters need to do. Like Shakur doing it, Boots doing it, that Benavidez doing it. You could easily see when the fighter is using the money to bullshit, and it, because they fights fluctuate. Now, you ain't gonna have a great performance every time, but if you getting all this money, you don't got no excuse not to have a great camp. And Devin always I mean, he's seen it. Like Floyd, I'm like the most disciplined person that I ever seen, like hands down, personally, like somebody I know personally, like a friend, where I could say is Andre Ward. As far as like all lifestyle wise, is Andre Ward. Like,
Most
but
disciplined.
as far as outside the ring, completely. Now, Devin and Floyd is right there with him, but I'm saying Dre ain't even go to the club, even though Devin and them go just for the publicity. So, but Floyd, Devin got a chance to see what Floyd did since he was little. So Bill, you got to credit Bill for knowing, all right, I'm about to move my son out of the Bay to give him a better life than I had. Like, he came out here, he opened the gym. And at the time I had a condo right damn near walking distance, 3 minutes to his gym. They bought a gym. And that's how I met them. But I was already hearing early, like, man, Floyd Sr. and Jeff Mayweather was telling me early, like, man, you gotta check this little kid out I got. Cause he was coming to the gym later. I was going early, but I started checking him out, like, damn, he was good fast, but he got a chance to watch Floyd and really, but I'm gonna say this, nobody ever done it like Floyd. Terrence too, my bad. I gotta mention Terrence up in there too. But Terrence I'm talking about the up and coming guys. I only brought up Andre Ward as far as his lifestyle and this, but Terrence to me is the most highest overachiever in boxing I ever seen. Cause we lived together. We was roommates when he first turned pro. So, I'm a couple years older than Terrence, so I was pretty much like, you know, the older guy that was, helping him out and this and that. Terrence didn't take no for a fucking answer. I ain't never seen nobody that ain't take a no for an answer like him. Like the way that he carried it through, though. He made the smart moves and just stuck it through. Because a lot of people got a lot of determination, but he went through the fire. He went through the fire and made it out unscathed. And I seen it and I heard it. I heard people say, oh, Terrence ain't that good and this and that. I'm like, shit. Like, I'm arguing with people because we had the same manager and stuff at the time. I'm arguing with them like, man, y'all are fucking crazy. They like, nah, he ain't. They like, you think? I had to convince them damn near. Like, they didn't think. They knew he was good, but not to the. So he improved and he overachieved and he not overachieved, but I'm saying he didn't have that silver platter that everybody else get. He didn't get that. He earned his way there, like completely from the bottom. They put him in there as an opponent against that guy that knocked out Amir Khan. He knocked him out. Boom. They threw him in there with a Gamboa as an opponent. Boom. Knocked him out. So I give him the hardest route to pound for pound. He had the hardest route to pound for pound in recent years. Now Floyd Mayweather, though, as far as Floyd, I ain't never seen nothing like Floyd were like as far as like he was when you say somebody was born to do this, not only having his father and Roger, people don't credit him enough. They should have had trainer of the year a million times. Everybody in the boxing game is trying to copy these cats, and ain't nobody saying it or giving them credit. They just trying to steal what they see them doing, but it's different when you really work with them. Like you could try to mimic it, whole different animal really working with them and working with them in a prime. Like think about it. Floyd had his dad train him since he was in the crib, literally, when he was before he could even walk. So Devin got a page out of that book, and I think that shit turned him out. It turned him out in a good way. How dudes get turned out to the streets and the gangs and that. He got turned out to the boxing from Floyd to where that shit it made his determination insane like that. So, because Floyd is just like it's like the smartest fighter that I ever seen, and like where you could just feel something different when it come to boxing. Like he one of them dudes where you could say, man, if he can't do shit else, boxing is what he was destined to. And Devin is following in his footsteps, but he his own man, so they different. But you got guys like the ones I named that I could see from afar at shows, like him, Shakur. I'm gonna put Tank in there because he looked like he didn't. step. He used to always 1 minute you see him be fat, 1 minute he. So now you seeing him, he ain't blowing up, like a Bernard Hopkins. Like, see, I don't know Bernard personally. I met him and talked to him and stuff. So I'm sure he was one of the most disciplined ever as well. But I'm saying guys that I know personally that I've seen. But yeah, man. Yeah, Devin, it's gonna be hard to beat him. Like, it's gonna be real hard. Like, it's gonna be. I think at the end of the day, in the future, it's gonna boil down to him and Shakur. That's my prediction. Like, but I don't think they're gonna fight for 3-4 years. Because Shakur's small. He a natural lightweight. So Devin 40. I don't see them fighting for a few years, but I think it's gonna boil down to them around that weight. Now, Boots, I think Boots is gonna dominate. I think he gonna take off where Terrence is leaving it. I think that he gonna dominate, and he gonna be like I ain't gonna say Roy Jones with a style, but like as far as like you could be a casual fan and get it. Like, oh damn, I like this cat. Like people might not Shakur and Devin. You gotta sometimes you might not the casual fan might not appreciate what they doing if it ain't a certain matchup. But as they get a little older and older, you gonna see it come. Like I was saying, you seen it with the Regis fight, right? Them cats still as good as they are, they still growing into their manhood and stuff like that. You seeing it start to pick up, but Benavidez and you got a lot of good fighters coming up, but you got Jared Anderson that I think is gonna carry boxing as a heavyweight because he kind of like a little man. And I'll it because it's heavyweight, you tend to put them in the, but he a freak of nature as well
What
as far as his
what do,
ability.
what do you think about him in that heavyweight that beat the Big Bang Herhashev? He
Herc,
said they Herkovic, yeah.
oh, he'll stop him.
Yeah, because he said he would take he said he'll take Big Baby for breakfast.
Nah, man, big baby will stop him.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. He Big Baby is one of them dudes that is deceiving. Cause
this ain't no Charles.
I work with him
He
as
ain't
well.
no Charles. He ain't no Charles Martin.
Who? No,
What?
oh, Charles is awkward though. He move and he got a style to where,
This boy is punching.
man, listen, it ain't gonna matter. Now, Herkovic can fight, but he gonna
His
get
one
brave.
two's nice.
He gonna
He
get
lines
brave.
up.
He gonna get brave, but he gonna get stopped though. It's a good test because Jared is young and he ain't been hit for real, like as a group with that man. But he not gonna get hit too much, and he not, you know, if he do get hit, he got a good chin. He gonna shake it off, and he gonna come for blood. But
And he's a warrior too. He's a warrior. He ain't gonna just get hit and then shake it off, take some steps back. Now, like this dude was taking some shots from the Big Bang. Like he was taking them shots.
yeah, see, I ain't even see his fight, but I know Herkovic. I know who he is. I seen him fight a couple times, but no, but Jared,
It's a tough task. That's not
yeah,
an easy task.
no, but I think Jared could become the undisputed heavyweight champion. He could become the undisputed heavyweight champion. Not maybe not right now, but I'm saying he gonna be the future.
Can he beat Joseph Parker right now?
Yeah, yep. I'll put him in there with him. The only dude I will wait probably a couple fights is probably Fury and Usyk, but I think he'll stop Usyk because he's little, and if he hit him to the, I don't know. I'm only saying that because experience. I'll give him a couple more fights for them too, but I think that he gonna be the American heavyweight champion that's gonna really get people excited again. Like and he gonna bring that 1990s 80s heavyweight feel back. I think he gonna bring that back. He young, he a dog. I think he gonna be the one to bring a lot of excitement to the game. I like
I'm not high on Richard Torres.
Oh no, I think he'd destroy him. He a talented fighter, but yeah, nah, I don't think.
Olympian too.
Yeah, but the amateur's different. I think he can make a little noise, but nah, like him and Jared. I don't know how small he is, but
He's like 6'1".
yeah, he look kind of small. But yeah, I see some it's some fighters too that's gonna surprise us. Like, some fighters I gotta really see him up close to, and I could say, all right, down the line, this guy might beat it. You got guys that's gonna really, but I'm talking about just dominating guys that I think can dominate and really be. NUA got him a long time. I think Cash Flow, Abdullah, but they got a minute. But the ones that's like right there now, yeah, Devin, Shakur, Tank, Benavidez, Boots, Jared Anderson. I like Morrell. He young too, David Morrell. I like. Well, hold on. It's some more cats too that I like, but them the ones that I could think of off the top of my head.
Yeah, that kid Tito Mercado, man, he's a knockout artist.
What weight is
135. He knocked out. I know it's
Wait, you
not
think it be what's the dude name more the one that Robert Garcia trained?
Mortaya.
Yeah.
I mean, you know who he did. You know who he did beat though. He beat
Who?
that dude, Nakatilia, the dude that Shakur had a problem with. He knocked him out.
Yeah.
That
No,
African kid.
that guy beat him, right? Mortala, right?
Mortala beat him too, but that dude Tito Mercado, he did too.
Oh,
He's not talked about too much.
oh yeah, I ain't really
And
hip
he
to it.
knocked out Hank Lundy too.
Oh yeah, see, I gotta see him and to really check him out. Yeah, I gotta see him. Yeah, and then it'd be a lot of fire. I can't think of everybody off the top of my head, but them fighters, I just think that fighters need to be a little more busy. Like, even if they got to take pay cuts, they need to stay in people's faces a little more instead of fighting and disappearing for a year and year if they ain't injured. I think they need to all try to keep 3 fights a year until they get to the stage where they only need 2. But it needs to be a lot of the matches I think is starting to happen. Um, I like Richardson Hitchens and some of them matchups, like
Yeah, I think that they're lining him up with Jack Catterall.
yeah, yup, yeah, Catterall, that's a good fight. They both could fight. The guy that knocked out Montana Love, he can
Or
fight. So
Liam Paro, one of the
that
two.
it's a lot of dudes there. You got Kenny Sims, you got Russell. I like to see some of them gonna be good wild cards against like Devin Haney and Tiafimo. Like, you got
Got that
dude
kid
there, Jermaine
Barboza.
40. Yeah, you got Barboza. You got a lot of guys there now, so it's legitimate now. Reed is still a be good for some styles.
Michelle Rivera looked amazing against
Yeah,
Ibanez.
that was a good win with him and Lipinets. That was a real good win for him. Yeah, so you got him. You could match him and Kenny Sims up. That'd be a good fight. You got Ryan Garcia. So that whole weight is hot. The lightweight division, that weight, you got that 47 and 54 getting kind of weak. But I'm glad that Victor Ortiz is back. Matter of fact, him too. I got to put him in there. From what I saw, like I put him as one of my guys, one of my favorite guys, Victor Ortiz. Um,
He throws combinations
he could
really
fight.
good.
I like him too, so I'm gonna throw him up in there with all of them too. Like him and
I'm
Boots.
glad that he's coming back. He's fighting in a couple weeks.
Yeah, him and Boots can be a super fight. Like in a couple years, I think him and Boots could be a mega fight. In a couple years, they both that'd be a big fight. And dude, a dog too, so we ain't gonna see no ducking or nothing like that.
I would love to see Tim Zoo versus
Yeah, me.
Virgil Ortiz.
That'd be a good fight. Yeah, because it won't just be a war. They both got skills.
It'll be skills and war.
Yeah,
It'll be a lot in one fight. Put it
like
like
we
that.
talked about, Morera Morales. Good skilled fighters is just gonna go to war. Them the wars I like. I don't care if a fighter just wild as hell, just hitting each other. I like to see
Because the
them.
skill one will prevail at the end, no matter
Yeah,
how tough you
like
guys act.
fights like that. But yeah, I forgot. Yeah, Virgil to me is he just been out for a while, but from what I've been seeing, he gonna be a hard fighter to beat. Like he gonna be a hard fighter to beat until somebody probably like Boots come around. Like I
Yeah,
don't think
that's
beat
a
Boots.
great fight.
Uh, Boots gonna be fucking like he gonna dominate. Yeah, Boots gonna dominate for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I see with him, it seems like he can have an easy route to undisputed. Did you hear about the kid that got the Conor Benn fight from New York City?
Yeah. I
Pistol
know.
Pete Dobson?
Yeah, I know him. That's a good fight.
What you think about that fight?
Right.
Honestly, like they're two tough guys, but Conor Benn has been a lot. I think what I would have to say more sharper, has the better resume. I heard that Dobson kind of ducked Virgil Ortiz for like 80K back in some time, so he couldn't really get that marquee fight that he's been looking for. So this is the fight, and I like it because they're two tough guys.
Yeah. Uh,
Who do you favor?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Pete got better skills to me than him.
I just
He got
don't see his skills
from
in
from,
the
from
ring.
okay, from what I saw. See, I seen him in the gym a lot.
Yeah, I see his skills in the gym too.
Yeah, see, I didn't know. Yeah, so I think that he better coordinated and he got better skills. Dude fight with more hunger but I'm rooting for Pete to win because I know him and I
Yeah,
he finally got his shot. So
but you believe he has the higher IQ as well.
yeah, to be honest with you, but bringing it under them lights, they fighting in Las Vegas. If he could bring it up under them lights, he could pull an upset off. He just got to be ready for the onslaught. But if he boxed the if he boxed the way that I seen him box in the fight, he could win.
Mm,
I like dude though. He got a lot of heart. What's his name? Ben,
Conor Benn.
because he was saying something about fighting Boots, and I think Boots will stop him. But
Yeah,
um,
me too.
yeah, destroy him. But he seemed like he'd fight anybody. So I mean, he was gonna fight fucking Eubank.
I mean, his dad was a beast, Nigel.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, Nigel Ben. Yeah, a lot of y'all kids listening ain't even hip to his
Nah,
father. He
they
probably
don't
heard.
know.
Yeah, he was, yeah, for sure. So he got that same spirit, but that's a real good fighter. Matter of fact, yeah, that is, and it's here in Vegas, so I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, that's a big that kind of changes Pete's career kind of too, because when you look at uh Eddie's stable when it comes to welterweights, he needs a guy. You know.
He, yeah, I reached out to him and seen, had a couple words with him because I was telling him I was glad he finally got the shot. Uh,
Yeah, I texted him too.
yeah, so you just got to come and be ready for that dude, cause dude bring it, like so. You
What's
got to
the
be ready
percentage
for
on
that
that fight
fire out,
for you? What's the
huh?
percentage? What's the
It's
percentages looking like in your
it's
in your
50-50.
behalf?
50-50, even though I think that Pete is the actual better fighter than me, skill wise, it's 50-50. The experience, the big fights, the activity.
Who do you think's the bigger puncher?
I ain't sure. He a sharper puncher. Dude just he might be stronger physically and he come with more bad intent. So, that's gonna be his thing. I think Pete should pick him apart and just have his defense tight and, keep, it's certain stuff he could do to beat him. Like, I don't know who training Pete right now, but if he get the right game plan, he getting the right training, he could pull what it be an upset off to most people.
True. Absolutely. Well, you already know, man. It was always a pleasure rocking with you, man. We'll definitely double up. Oh, what you think about Amazon? That I guess they were talking about Amazon Prime. They already had conversations with. They've already done work with Bob Arum in Japan.
Oh, so you talking about the PBC Amazon Prime thing?
Yeah, so they we won't have no problems with them trying to work with Top Rank either.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, as much as people say, if fighters want to fight, they can fight. You only could hide behind your promoter, but that'd be your fault. If a fighter came to Bob and said, "Bob, man, I want to fight this cat," a fighter go to Al, say, "Al, I want to fight him," and the fighters agree with each other. Look, we gonna let our promoters get it done. Then it's gonna get done. Lomachenko crossed the street and fought Gary Russell on the PBC card, this third pro fight, after losing one. They didn't even want him to do it, really. They wanted him to wait, but they gave him the blessing. So a lot of times people blame, they do a lot of blaming and hiding behind promoters too. So but yeah, I think they can work. I think they can. It could work out.
It's gonna be good. What is your favorite fight? The number one fight that you know that you will go to 2024, number one fight of the year that you need to see. Um, Only one. You said you had money to drop for one ticket and one fight. What's that gonna be?
Damn, that's hard.
2024.
Now I'm gonna pick a match that's different than what the ones I named, Tank and Devin Haney. But but remember, I matched Tank with Shakur. But I don't know Shakur how long he gonna be out with his injury. So either, man, well, you said one, that'd be the one. Even though I didn't match them up for 2024, but if I had to just say one, it'd be them two because they already got a grudge match. It's already a built-in super fight because they got beef and they got a history of they don't like each other. It's real. But like I say, nah, they brothers in the religion, so but that don't mean shit when they come to the ring. They both gonna try to, but that might make it easier to get the fight done.
You
You
think
know,
so?
yeah.
Do Muslims fight each other?
Sometimes cooler heads prevail. Like, man, look, may the best man win. Like, they might shake hands and be more cordial now that we're in. Oh, fuck you and fuck you. It could be, man, look, let's do this for history. You win, I give you a rematch. We do a 2-fight deal. The winner get to decide, or the loser get. Well, if it's a shutout, whatever, have a stipulation to it. But when you say one, I would name that just because. But it's a handful that I would pick. But you said one
Facts.
because
Facts.
I Elo and Benavidez is. That one is a grudge. I want a great fight and a grudge match too. So and then I mean it's a lot of matches. And I'm gonna throw Lomachenko versus Shakur too in there. If he get past Kambosos, the winner any way which way it go, it'd be a good fight with Shakur because they are with top ranks. So I would say Shakur, if he got an injury, let it heal. So you can make a statement your next fight. Don't come back too early. Just wait, let your injury heal and fight the winner of that fight. It'll be a unification. That way, Tank will get him a belt. Bam. Mega fight right there.
What about manager of the year?
You know what? Who I'm gonna give it to that don't nobody give it credit is Jay Prince. He don't never get credit just because he laid back and he stay out the way. But look how many good fighters he always had. He had pound for pound champions for the last few decades. Great prospects, champions. He don't never get the credit. I don't think he got it one time. So
Mm.
give it to him because of the volume. Like Bill, I would give Bill performance of the year. Like as far as performance for a manager, what he doing with his son, like I don't know if you would say manager, promoter, but you know, he
Definitely
doing
manager.
he doing a good job. But it's one fighter, so I can't I can't with one fighter, I don't think that's enough to get the manager of the year. But his performance and the way that he building them is something that um is something that's
Entrepreneurish.
yeah, he doing like it's dream. I seen it work from the beginning, so the plan worked from the beginning. Like, damn, we gonna go out here to Vegas, do this. But Jay Prince, to me, he should have got manager of the year plenty of times. I don't know how he didn't. So shit, I can't even really think of many more. Anyway, Al don't really, he kind of in between of promoter advisor. But shit, I would give it to Jay Prince just to make up for all the fucking years that he didn't get it and had Floyd, Andre Ward. Now he got Shakur. He got Jared Anderson. He got all the he got all of the oh, okay. Now somebody right, they said this year, okay. All right, maybe not this year, but he just somebody I made note of because you don't think of him when you think top managers. Nobody speak on him, but um, that's one of my mentors and a real good friend of mine. And he just a smart ass dude and is he don't get the credit that he deserves. Like me knowing what kind of dude he is, and the person that been the realest to me in my whole career is him.
Mm.
Like he the reason why I ain't accomplished more than I accomplished. By parting ways with him, I missed a whole lot more big fights and everything. Like he an underrated manager. Like I gotta give credit where it's due. Like from somebody that was consistent since I known him, somebody that if you met him, you would want your kid to be managed by him. Like if you got a son, that's like he definitely. So yeah, the year probably not, But I just made note of him because um just seeing the consistency that he been doing since he had Floyd Mayweather. That was his first fighter. He came in with Floyd in the '90s, and he's still here doing it. But he don't really get a lot of credit because he stay out. He ain't in the media for that. But just from what I see personally and what he do and how much money he get his fighters and how many champions he made, uh 30, 40, 50 champions, how you never get manager of the year from that. And then he getting them all paper. They all getting big money.
That's a
So
fact.
yeah, so I think that she should have been got something. Like, you know, that was just me educating the fans on him because you hear about him, but you don't, I just know because how well I know him personally. He a real dude. Like you got good managers in boxing. Al's doing a great job because he gets them crazy rich. Like ain't nobody in the game getting they fighters the money he getting they fighters, but now because he making fighters that's not even that good rich as hell and getting them making them look better than they are. Like because let's be honest, most of them cats can't fight. They've been on top and been getting the main events and stuff. So if you they family member or they parent, you're gonna be happy for them. But Jay go for more of the cream of the crop. Like he pick all like he got Abdullah Mason who we named, Cash Flow who we named, Jared Anderson, Shakur. He got the other Olympian Troy. He got the FA, the other heavyweight. He got a
He
lot
got
more fight.
Keyshawn too.
No, nope, he don't got Keyshawn. He got a lot. I'm missing a lot, but a lot of these up and coming fighters, he always got
I
a
know he
crop.
got Jahai. I know he got Jahai Tucker
Yeah, he
too.
stay kind of in the back a little bit, but he is an underrated manager. Like I like him, Al. Bill doing a good job. I like Bob Santos. He pretty much work up under Al. Um,
Mm-hmm.
The one dude, no, he a promoter. Them some of the people just off the top of my head, and then you got some overseas guys, that seem pretty good. But and hopefully in the future, shit, I'm learning up under Jay right now, and Jay Prince, learning from him, and I've done about 6-7 shows as a promoter, so hopefully I'll be one of them as well in the future, because that's a big part of the game too, what the manager and the promoter does. But with them kind of guys, like I say, the fighters, as long as you don't hide behind people, the fights can happen. Because all you gotta do is just pick up the phone, or
Right.
all you got to tell your people you want it. Like if just say Tank and Shakur both like, man, they agreed with each other. Let's fight each other. You think Bob and Al Heyman ain't gonna want to fight that big? If they don't fight, it's one of them. It
Oh
ain't.
yeah, Bob definitely wants that fight.
And Al gonna want it, and shit, I'm sure them two, they gonna both have. It'll probably be damn near undisputed at the time of when they fight. So that's a fight that can be made.
That's a fact. And I can't wait for that fight too. Can't wait for all these guys to get it in. Well, you guys already know it's Millcityboxing, home of the high level pro boxing media, the fighters channel, the trainers channel, the people's channel. Make sure you shout out and go out to my guy, Mickey Bey's YouTube
Yeah, I
channel.
got it up. I ain't made no news, but definitely you might as well subscribe now, because at the top of the year we gonna I'm gonna have plenty of content. I think he put it up right there, so you might as well subscribe now.
Yep. So I just pinned it's been pinned up. So make sure you guys go out there, subscribe to his channel. We're definitely gonna be having some new content coming in there real shortly. We're just trying to make sure we get his subscribers up, and that way, he can get monetized quick, and you guys could be able to check him out on a regular. But Mickey, it was always a pleasure, man. I can't wait till the boxing schedule comes in so we could chop it up and figure out what some of these new
Uh,
upcoming fights coming.
yeah, we could expect that. You already know Al gonna come out with some with that. You already know his prime. His shit gonna come out crazy. So yeah, we got a lot to look forward to in 2024. So shit, we'll talk at the top of the year.
You already know, man. God bless, man, and enjoy the rest of your night.
All right, for sure. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, my brother. Much love
All
to you. God bless. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. It's your boy, Millcityboxing, with Mickey Bey. Great to chop it up with my guy. Definitely. We always chop it up. I was chopping it up earlier with Zab. We were talking about my interview with Bill Haney. He's like, yo, what happened with Bill Haney? They hit me up. I was like, nothing, man. Just check it out. You'll like it. But we're definitely going to be having Bill Haney on real soon. Um, got a lot more interviews coming up in the top of the year, so I can't wait to share with y'all. What I'll need y'all to do is smash the like button, go out and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed, we're trying to hit 20,000 subscribers within 1 year. So it's a pretty fast and a great adventure when it comes to this YouTube. And I've enjoyed every second of it. And I appreciate all the support for the people that have supported and, showed love in the super thanks, super chats, or in the chats, liking the content, the whole nine. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all for really showing that love and support, and continue to do that, and press the notification button so be notified each and every time that I'll be on live. And make sure you guys check out some of the content. I dropped 3 pieces of content today on a post. Um, the latest one that I posted was, basically one of the ones that's really been hitting everyone's YouTube channel lately, which is the Richardson Hitchens speaking upon his conversation with Gervonta Davis, moving up to 140 pounds without no hydration clause. And he said that Gervonta Davis talked to him at least a few hundred times about it. Charles Edward Cheese, queso en la casa. Thank you for the $250. What's up, my brother? What's up? I was about to not chop it up. I thought I was about to end the live, but now that you on here, what's goody? Charles in the building. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. God bless each and every single one of y'all. Charles Edward Cheese, what it do? What it do? Hopefully you having a great holidays, man. New Year's is around the corner. Hopefully everybody is, you can end just showing a little love. Man, I appreciate you, Charles Edward Cheese, man. But what it do? What it do? Salute Mill City blessings, man. Shout out to Justin James, man. What's going on? Hop over to Punch. All right, you guys over there? No doubt. You better hop over there. Talk to Punchy. Talk to Punchy for a little bit. But appreciate for each and every single one of y'all for tapping in, man. Much love to y'all. We'll be back with another one tomorrow. Make sure you guys stay tuned. We're gonna be talking to Zav Judah tomorrow, breaking down his thoughts and what his nominations and all that. Shout out to Blind Faith. Thank you for the super chat as well. Appreciate you as always. And always Charles Edward Cheese. It's my guy. Appreciate you, my guy. Charles, if you're still on here, Fighter of the Year, Training of the Year, Fight of the Year. Talk to me. Knockout of the Year. Let me know. Let me know what you thinking, Charles. Like, talk to me. What it do? What it do? Queso, queso, queso. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Subscribe to the channel. This was a great live as well. Salute to everyone from Tegra, Stock Chasers, everybody. Salute. Salute to all of y'all. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow with another one. Some more interviews. Like I said, we'll be getting Zab Judah's thoughts on everything, on his awards and who he has nominated. And we'll be back tomorrow. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Much love. It's Millcityboxing, home of the high-level pro boxing media, the Fighters Channel, the Trainers Channel, the People's Channel. Much love to y'all. God bless. On to the next one.